Yeah. Ximam the frequency. The room in Islamabad was built for the echo. They call it a collapse. I call it the intended load-bearing limit. The math was finished before the motorcade arrived. Listen. Sunday in the mountains, the air is thin and cold. JD Vance at the table trying to break the mold. Face to face with Tehran, a day of filtered speech, reaching for a peace that was always out of reach. By the evening shadows, the vellum stayed white. No ink on the treaty, no change in the light. The vice president calls it, the talks of it, the floor. A dead end in Pakistan, a locking of the door. One day of history reduced to a no, while the engines of the empires continue to grow. It's the architecture of the no, the geometry of the wall, building up the friction to catch the coming fall. A Baroque arena where the counterpoint is strife, trading the diplomatic ink for the volume of the life. The blueprint is a circle, the fugue is the delay, mapping out the failure for the American day. Yeah, the structure holds exactly what they designed. I've been decoding these schematics for 40-some years. The way they used the meeting to manage all the fears. Islamabad was a coordinator point on the grid, where they perform the effort while the intent stays hid. Leverage is a weight and then moving it slow, checking the tension of the strings as they go. They don't want a resolution, they want a tactical pause to sharpen the teeth of the international laws. It's a lopsided counterpoint, a rhythmic extraction, where the no deal is the only satisfying action. My ancestors built with stone. They knew about the shelf. If the stone is too heavy, the building crushes itself. I look at the map and I see the historical debt. The map is folded back to the original crease. We haven't unpeeled yet. A room in Islamabad, it's just the rendering of the pride. A place for the giants to keep their shadows inside. The human cost isn't a variable in the CAD file. It's the ghost in the machine that makes the machine fragile. The math is cold. The room is empty. Yeah. So Vance makes the announcement, the headline is set, and the world adds another year to the regional debt. They'll call it unfortunate, they'll call it regret, but the sequence was rendered before the sun had even met the horizon of the plateau. It's a recurring design, keeping the status quo steady on the global spine. If you wanted the peace, you wouldn't bring the hammer or use the diplomatic table as a tactical grammar. The no deal is the pillar, the no deal is the frame, a way to keep the fire going without naming the flame. The architecture of the no, the geometry of the wall, building up the friction to catch the coming fall. A Baroque arraignment where the counterpoint is strife, trading the diplomatic ink for the volume of the light. The blueprint is a circle, the fugue is the delay, mapping out the failure for the American day. The rendering is finished, the table is clear. The no was always the intended structure. I already knew.